Good evening, ladies, I am back. It seemed as if that my last tutorial actually went down reasonably well, so here I am back again. Woo! So, hello, and welcome to Halloween, or something of that matter. I have decided that throughout the month of October I will be releasing a video every single week that is dedicated to a specific Halloween look that I have created. Okay, moving on. So, welcome to episode 1 of this magnificent 4-part series. Let's get into the tutorial. Today we are doing a witch look. Maybe like a swamp witch look. Let's get into it. First things first you want to do is glue down your eyebrows. We've been through this, so I'm going to skip this part. Boom! Wonderful. Right, we are now going to get ourselves into foundation. Today we are using Primark foundation because, yep, still cheap. Brand deals haven't been coming in just yet. So we're just going to base our face out in all one skin tone. And that would be today, is this expensive enough to even have a tone? Cool Sand. There we go. Thanks again, Primark, for your high-end work. So by starting with the eyebrows, we're going to just pack this all over your face and make sure that you get some on your neck. Taking your beauty blender from the last video, have we stopped judging? Can we continue? Great. And we're just going to, oh, I've just realized I put nothing on my nose. Maybe there's a reason to why this isn't my full-time career. And we're going to blend that all over. As much as people like to make fun of Primark foundation, their makeup actually isn't that bad, and it's cruelty-free as well, so we stand a cruelty-free brand, ladies. We do. We're going to take the brown from the original Flash palette that we were using last time, and you just want to have an outline of what you're wanting. I kind of want this to come round my cheekbones, and I kind of want to give it sharp teeth as well, so I'm just going to map out them. And this is just for you to get a loose idea of what's going to be on your face. And just to give it some dimension, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to blend these out. Good thing about doing creams first is that it makes a really intense layer for you to put shadows on top of later on. Now I'm taking an even fluffy brush just to really diffuse those edges. You don't need to be too accurate with this right now either, because it's all supposed to just kind of blend out quite far. Then we want to take your brown liner again, our crease paint, and you're going to want to map out your sockets of your eyelid. Not eyelids, eye holes. And then I think we're also going to put a little bit of an expression in this one. And again, you're just going to want to smudge all these lines out. Ow, make sure you blend over the spot that you've been avoiding for the last 2 weeks. Once you've got the basics of that down, we're going to do that again. And we're going to cut out nose holes for yourself. All about the holes this time. There we go. Cool. So now we have our basics of what our skull is supposed to look like. And now we're going to do very small amounts of highlighting on this, just to add a little bit of dimension into your makeup, just by hitting the high points of your cheekbones and maybe your brow bone up here. So just taking your beauty blender that you've been using for everything else and just go over all of that. And this is the last step that we're going to use before we actually start setting it all, because this is the point that we will go over all of our forehead wrinkles and other wrinkles that we might have in our face. And actually, while we're at that, sorry, I completely skipped a step here. Highlight your chin, because at the end of the day, we're doing a witch makeup tutorial. So witches are predominantly female. So we are going to do feminizing techniques to change me into more of a woman. So just taking the same brown that we've been using, again, just on our jawline. Now, we do want this to be a little bit more realistic than the last tutorial that I did, so it's not going to be as predominant? You know what I meant. Not going to be as, like, in your face. So it will just be a wee bit of a subtle hint to what we're trying to achieve here. Right, and just before we set everything, you just want to take a flat brush, take your foundation, and just clean up any of the edges that you may have thought that you would screw it up a wee bit. I.e. me right here. Okay, so far we're doing very good. Okay, cool, because I'm what a talent. Next up, we're just gonna set this entire thing because it is grease paint and it is running off my face as we speak. So just whack your baby powder or whatever else you're using. Maybe any translucent powder will work. Great. So now we're a ghost, and that concludes our tutorial of making a ghost. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. So after we've like whacked that into our face, we're just gonna dust off the excess, because you need a lot of powder to set that mofo. Okay, so my skin half resembles leather this close up, but it's Halloween, so that's fine. Next up, we're gonna take the biggest yet smallest, fluffiest brush that you have in your equipment, and we are gonna take our broken NYX contour palette once again, because again, I don't know what you expect from me. I do not have nice things. Okay, maybe there's a reason to why we don't have nice things. We are going to reinforce everything that we have just placed down, but with shadows. We're gonna start off by using your lightest shadow in, because let's be real here, any contour palette will work for this, but you want to start off with your lightest shade in your contour palette and work your way down to the darkest while also working your way down to the smallest brush that you have. So we want to really blow out this light colored contour, because as much as we don't want this to be like a brown mask, we do want a heavy emphasis on the color brown. You know what? This doesn't suck. I'm actually was half thinking this was going to turn out to be awful, but it's only slightly awful, so we're fine. Next up, we're going to use a smaller fluffy brush, and we are going to use a darker shade to really contour in what we need to be contoured. Wow, explanations are great, aren't they? I'm so happy to be alive right now. First of all, this is Squint. Go me. Secondly, we're going to get onto detailing now. Now, because this is wood, we are going to draw on wood markings or growing marks. I don't know. You'll get what I mean. So we are going to mimic the markings that wood have. With a very small detailing brush, you're going to make a little tiny hole in your mask. And you just want to drag it down and then drag it up. Then we are going to start up here. Gonna draw a line down loosely following the hole that we've just made around it. And then we're just gonna keep building that up around the face. Bear in mind, these lines don't have to be perfect. Then you just want to repeat this entire process all around your face. Okay, so after we've had all that done, that was a lot. That was a lot of detail and work. I feel kind of abused now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my foundation with the white foundation that I have as well from Snazaroo. Get it on a very fine point. And when blending this out, you want to blend it down all the negative spaces of the ridges that you've created already, rather than just blending it out all the way, because then that just won't make any sense. Pick points that you think the light would reflect onto it and strategically place them. Because you don't want a white line around every crevice of your makeup. Right, you can't really see anything that I've just done there, but it does add to the look in real life. I wonder if we can actually just turn this down a wee bit. Oh. Well, this is what the makeup look was supposed to look like all along. But it turns out that I'm just really bad at filming things, so I think we'll just do it like this for the rest of the video. Now what we're going to do is do the rest of the face and make your face more witchy looking like. For the eyes, what we're going to do is just a really blown out smoky eye. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to dip into a black eyeshadow. I'm pretty sure you could use any black eyeshadow that you want, but I am using Kiko's black eyeshadow, and Does this have a name? Do we have names? No, it just says the number 15 and high pigment. But yeah, it's the black eyeshadow that Kiko has, alright? And we're just gonna really just throw that in everywhere. Thin angled brush, and you're going to dip it into the shadow, and you're going to outline all of this. Like so. Once that is all done, to finish off this part of the look, you want to take your liner, lather all of that over your eyelid, so it gives a really opaque blackness to your eye. That does not look attractive. It's okay, because this is not supposed to be an attractive look. So by slathering that all over your lid, then you want to go back over with your black eyeshadow that you had before. Set all of that and maybe blend it out a wee bit so it's just a wee bit prettier. Oh, you might want to get that in camera, Axel. Just want to make sure that there was an attempt made with the blend. Take a pencil, a liner pencil, and just line in your eyelids, not eyelids. Now you look extra super spooky. Woo! It's just what we wanted. Cool! Next up, what we're going to want to do is we're going to mix in some brown and some of the black of the cream paints that we have, and we're going to mix them together to create an even darker dark brown. Oh my gosh. And we're literally just going to outline all of this. Yeah, so once you've laid down those cream paints, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to blend it out with a fluffy brush, essentially. Now, I suppose this is where the spookiness comes in, because I'm not being too clean with this blending, because I'm going to mucky it up later. So I'm just making sure that the shadow is definitely there first. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to mess up the lower half of my jaw. So taking a huge fluffy brush and some black eyeshadow, we're going to go ham. And we're just going to blend it all down. I want to put some contouring in here that wouldn't be natural and dirty up my face a wee bit. I'm going to change in between browns and blacks just to make me look extra dirty. You want to take that all the way down your neck as well. And what I am going to do is that I am going to take off my clothes and be naked. And we're going to finish off this look by mucking up and maybe contouring a little bit of my body. So get your chebs out for the lads. Am I a lad yet? Who knows? Gonna take our black we're gonna take our black eyeshadow and we're gonna throw this everywhere, and it's gonna be an interesting look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a normal fluffy brush and I'm going to just run this along my collarbones to try and make me look skinnier than I actually am. Who needs a weight loss program when you have makeup? Am I right, ladies? Okay, cool. Now finishing touches. Right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our flat brush like that. We're gonna take our Snazaroo black body paint, and what we're going to do is fill in the rest of this makeup, because we're gonna spray paint the rest of our hair black, and this is the good way to get like a clear cut out like line of black around your makeup so that the spray paint won't get into. And we're also going to wear a hood as well, so this doesn't need to be super clean, just so long as the line connecting to the actual makeup is clean, you will be fine. Okay, if they're ready or not, now we're going to do lashes. Okay, and finally, last but not least, what we're going to do is our lips. Taking a liner or any lip liner that is black, you just want to outline the bottom layer of your lips. Of course, you can do this whatever color you'd like. Today I'm going to do black because I always love black lipstick. Now, the last thing to do is stick on the outfit and spray paint my hair a different colour, which I cannot find. It's right here. Do I look sexy as a witch? I feel like I could get pumped like a witch. Okay, so there we have, ladies and gentlemen, the finished look. It's really quite difficult with this hood to figure out how to do it all or place it to get the right look. But it's a very spooky hood. Thank you all for watching my struggles, because this really isn't a tutorial, it's literally just a let's watch Axel struggle for 20 minutes, and I'm glad you're here at the end with me, so thank you very much. Make sure to follow all of my social media, make sure to subscribe to this channel to support me, because you know, support your local artist, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Also, side note, don't ever do 2 sets of claws because it never works in your favor. Why did I have 2 sets of claws? Because I thought, why not be extra? But at the same time, then I realized I only needed 1. Okay, so when you only need 1, do 1. I must secretly hate myself. Okay, that's enough about me. Bye!